It's a very expensive property in the heart of, and it's bungalow, it's not even a flat. I need organic
Color.
fabrics. I
Yeah.
need plants, I need sunlight. Everyone's like, "Ye, this has requirement like a direction में struggle करने जा रही है." Can I just do what I want to do? They're like, but why are you wasting your money? Being a woman, I don't think about money. But am I looked at like that from outside perspective that I'm a gold digger from small town?
There are stories and there are success stories. Kangana Ranaut is a huge success story. From the place that she started, the kind of fights that she fought, the odds that she fought, today she has built an empire of her own. And it won't be wrong to say that she's completely done it on her own accord. Today, she's built a new office space and she's going to take us virtually into that office space. Thank you for doing this, Kangana. How many floors ka is it? Give us a little more description about the whole, because we've seen that video, but not everything is evident from the video. तो कितने rooms है? आपने अपने खुद के room को कैसे design किया है? How is everything there?
There are 3 floors. So the ground floor, I have a cafeteria there. I think growing up, when I was working in units, I realized that when people have to have a chat or smoke or something, cool you want to run out of the office and do it outside. So then I thought, why not have that cafeteria? And there is a little bar, a coffee bar. When I was making that bar, my sister is like, now you have a bar in your struggling director office. I said, it's a coffee bar. She's like, no, last thing I want is like DJ lights and a DJ. I said, no, not a party hub or anything. But there is definitely a tea and coffee bar. So I want a space where people don't have to escape the space to be happy or to be relaxed. And then there is a little puja space there. I have put Hanumanji's murti there. For the good vibration. You go up, there are workstations and edit room. Yeah, workstations.
Okay.
If you see the chairs also in workstations, these are very different chair. They got wheels on them, but they are not your regular rotating chair. There's fabric to that also. So Shabnam has designed this with a special company where it doesn't hurt the
back.
And also it is also work chair, but it doesn't have. It has like a sofa-like feel. It's comfortable. There are some private cabins as well, and then 3rd floor is where I can have conference calls and meetings and my meeting space is very unconventional. I don't have those table and chair kind of a sitting area. It's more of like a lounging place where you can sit, because I think writers and directors anyway don't use that kind of they would talk across the table. They're more relaxed space, and that's where creative work happens. So I had this idea where the office should be according to the nature of my work, not just because it is an office and just because everywhere in the world it is a certain way, that doesn't mean I have to build it like that. So it's very unconventional.
So you have a wardrobe also there?
Yes, I have a little wardrobe in where I have this. That's what I mean. Like, don't like Rangoli. You'll be like this diva director. Don't embarrass me now. It's okay.
So you have a wardrobe, and what else do you have there? You have a whole makeup place also.
No. I do feel that at times we as actors, and that's during Manikarnika also, I felt that there's so many times roles just blend. Like you have to go for an interview, you have to do hair and makeup. So it's not like in my house elaborate, but just a small corner given to a situation like that where I have to just get a little ready and I can leave. But it's not like some elaborate thing, no.
When you started on getting, first of all, acquiring this land and then completely rebuilding it, it's a process. When did you start it? Like कितने सालों से ये idea था कि ऐसे करेंगे? And office space इतना mind blowing है. They say that office spaces should be like really therapeutic for you to even make sure that the creative juices flow in, and especially for a production house, this is how much of inputs creatively were yours?
Well, I bought it 4 years ago. You can say that I think that news was out around that time, 4 years ago. The idea was to build my own studio from the very beginning. I've been meaning to do that. But then in between, some of my films didn't work. I think after Rangoon and Simran, there was, because it's a very expensive property in the heart of, and it's bungalow, it's not even a flat. So then it took a setback, but then after Manikarnika, things changed again, and I could rebuild it. I can do it the way I want to. I could have done the basic thing and just moved in, and everyone's like, "Are you becoming a producer to kind of to start work here? You can start work anywhere else." Everyone's like, "Why don't you rent an apartment? Meanwhile, it gets ready. You rent an apartment." I said, I can't go to those glass chambers, like where there's this glass and there is a lot of concrete. There's no life. I need organic fabrics. I need plants, sunlight. Everyone's like, this has requirement like a direction में struggle करने जा रही है. Like she's already a diva. ये struggling director. My sister is, तुम struggling director हो. I said, I'm a struggling director. So she's like, तुम्हें लगता तो मुझे sunlight चाहिए, मुझे flowers चाहिए. I said, well, I can delay my project a little bit.
If I'm not wrong, this cost you 48 crore. Is it true? And how many people actually advised you against it, and what made you say yes to it? Did you feel that it is a risk at any given point?
Yes, because my CA was like, why are you putting this property into something which you want to struggle? Because usually when you direct a project, the studio that you do it for, they give you the rent.
Yeah.
They give you a place and they give an accommodation. And he's like, why don't you put your money in bonds, or why don't you take something which you can commercially give, a restaurant or a big showroom, and you'll get, maybe 30-40 lakh rent every month. And you're wasting. So there was a group of people, from my parents to my CA, my sister, after my life. So so that going against the family never really stops. And I'm like, can I just do what I want to do? They're like, but why are you wasting your money? And obviously this is not even the space that you will use. You will probably use one corner of it.
Yeah.
And will be these 60 to 70 people who will be working with you, and it's not even, why are you doing this? So it was a challenge, very big, and I still feel that, I don't know, going forward I will figure if it was a good investment or not.
Yeah.
Because now that
but you're happy.
I am very happy. I've already started work on Ayodhya over there, and we have meetings, and it's got different energy altogether.
Absolutely.
And like being a director, the most of your time is spent in the office. So that's what I plan to do.
Did you decide on the colors, and why those colors? Because I saw it's very bluish. It's very powdery blue, like powder blue, and it's very comforting. It's soothing to the eye. So why did you decide on those colors?
Well, I think I'm somebody who also likes kind of pastel shades. So pinks and purples and blues are my shades. So I kind of feel a lot more calm, and there's a sense of kind of zen-like feel in those colors, I feel. Maybe that's the color of the sky also, and blue is overall my favorite color, and various shades of blue are soothing to me.
It's a very eco-friendly, sustainable kind of an office space, which is what I read. What are the things that you incorporated, creatively to make it that way? And it's a plastic-free office, if I'm not mistaken. So what kind of other calls have you been taking to make sure that this is, effectively eco-friendly and sustainable for the environment?
See, every time we make something, we build something, we usually draw from nature, whether it is the trees or the stones or wood, everything is drawn from nature. We need to compensate as well. So I want to make sure that I have enough greenery there, so that the kind of the trees that I've taken, I kind of give back. I have not taken, the structure must have taken the years. I don't want to get into BMC problem. Oh, did you cut trees? Did we not know about it? No, I didn't. But the ones before me who built this.
Yeah.
But it has a lot from the planet, and I want to compensate for that. And of course, we won't use plastic bottles there. We want to be aware. We will have containers, and we'll have regular water. And apart from that, I think just cooking meals, fresh meals, and not using packed food also adds to that. You don't have too much to litter. So taking care of everything on small level, I think that's where we'll start.
Shabnam said that you are very particular about the fact that you need to see trees and greens whenever you look out of any of the windows. How did you manage to do that? Is that your favorite spot? What is your favorite spot also in the same office space?
My favorite is where my sitting area is. Those mattresses, and you see those curtains. So my brief to Shabnam was that I don't like those rolled windows, those plasticky
Yeah, understood.
blinds that you get. I'm like, please don't give me those. Do something more hand stitched, And so it's very, there's a personal touch to it, and everything is very aged, very worn out. The idea is to make a space which is where you can belong, So that's my and I think she's so good with her work, And so I just had to tell her that I want these. I want to have sunlight in every corner, and I want to have greens. So she's given me various kinds of, kind of a wall full of what you call those gamla vases, whatever, And then there are planters outside windows. So she's done various things to make sure that I'm stuffed with flowers. If you see my house also in Mumbai, if you see my car house and outside from the building, it's like the plants are bursting out of my floor. It's like a little jungle. So nice. I can't think, which is nice, but I can't, for me, like, I don't know how else to be. Here I don't feel the need because I see so much greenery anyway. Exactly. But when I'm and I look out, I feel so bad. So that's my idea to have in Mumbai.
Kangana, now how do you look back at your journey? You came to Bombay with almost nothing. Today you have everything that you've always dreamt of, How do you look back at the journey? Do you remember those days when you didn't have money?
Well, to be honest, I never thought I'll come this far. I never had these as my primary ambitions that, one day I should have a bungalow on Pali Hill or or any other material ambition. I never had. It started with something, but then when later on I saw that women are hugely judged for the fact that they don't go after material ambitions, and men are having this kind of a race, and sometimes they also get very vulnerable because they don't think like that. Being a woman, I don't think about money, but am I looked at like that from outside perspective that I'm a gold digger from small town? I think something which has been so obnoxiously said to you can change the course of your life forever, So then it became about material things, that I never thought that I am looked at like that, So that has somewhere given me that perception that maybe I want to not look like, and maybe I have a fair chance in the society if today I am, somebody who So now I have another goal that by the age of 50, I want to be one of the richest people in India. So that's when by the grace of God, when I became highest paid actress also, those were the calls I could have taken. Like I told you, there was a lot of pressure on me to invest my money somewhere where it multiplies, not in a place where I can think better or something like that, So obviously I have taken these calls. I just listen to my heart. Like I said, we'll only know what happens later on. But right now, I just want to be somebody who's autonomous, who's on my own, and I want to build a legacy of landmark cinema. I want to do films. I may not do a film every year. I may do one film in 2 years. That's my target as a filmmaker. I might act or not act in them.
Yeah.
But those will be the landmark films that I make.
But it's a great thing, and thank you for giving us an almost virtual tour of your office space. I really like it. I can't wait to go and chill with you there. But thank you for taking us through. I'm sure the fans will also enjoy the whole conversation and the mind and the creative calls that went behind making or designing that office space. Kudos to you. More power to you. Like I always say. I hope everybody else feels that they also have the power to dream as much as you do.
Hopefully, yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, darling. Bye.
Bye.